Hey guys, quick tutorial on how to use Multicraft. First of all, let's start with the basics. Up here at the top of your panel, you have stop, start, and restart. You know, which are self-explanatory. They stop, start, and restart your server. I have my server name. I have my server name on my banner, which is Rada, and the banner looks something like this. It has your name, the amount of players on currently, your IP, and for my host, it has a little advertisement right there. Your maximum amount of players, minus 48. How many are online out of the 48? My IP, my port, my world name, and server jar. Now, this is pretty interesting. I really like this about Multicraft. You can choose anything from the default Minecraft server jar, the craft bucket, the Tekkit, and a little bit more advanced, you could even upload your own jars. We'll get into that at another time. Here's your resource usage. Let's say you blow up a bunch of TNT. You're gonna max out your memory. Your server's gonna crash. Yeah, you want this to be as low as possible. If it ever hits 100%, that's when your server's gonna crash. Chunkster. If your world has if you have world holes and you want to sew them back up, what you would do is you would stop your world and then run Chunkster. And what Chunkster is going to do is going to like sew your world back together and put in the missing pieces that was there, so you don't have to go through and build everything. Permissions, don't worry about that right now. The connected players, I have no one on right now. Okay, let's go to chat. The chat allows you to communicate with your players without actually physically being on the server. Like for instance, I'll say hello. It's going to bring up my email and say hello. Everyone knows it's me. And okay, here we go. Back to connected players. We have someone on Enlightened Dead. He came online. I have the option to kick him. Okay. Now let's go to console. Console is where all the information is being relayed back to you as a server owner or administrator. For plugin crashes, it's going to give you a report. If something goes wrong, it's going to give you a report. And it's going to be like this. And Xbox is telling me that you attempting to use permission, plugin, blah, 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 blah. So anything a plugin does, it will tell you. Like for instance, Alpha Chest, it just automatically saved 118 chests. And this is where, if you turn on your world, this is where it's going to get all the startup information, etc., etc., etc. Okay, let's go back. Players. This is a list of every single player that's ever been on your server. I have hundreds. Let's see. Let's just pick one at random. Let's pick Daily News. Daily News is his name. His role is default. I wouldn't really worry about this if you run a permissions plugin. Is he banned? False. His status is offline. He was last seen at this date. His IP is unknown. Previous IP and last reason quit was cleanup. Okay. And I have the option to delete him, ban him. Pretty simple stuff. There's not much to it at all. Okay, files. Since we're getting a little bit complicated, but not really. First, we're gonna go to config files. I personally don't like using config files. I would much rather use the FTP access, but we'll get into that in a second. Now, what the server config or the config file does is it brings up all the configurable files for your plugins and anything for your server. So for an example, I'm gonna go to server settings. Server settings is going to bring up all the basic settings. It's spawn monsters, yes. Players is player, yes. Nether, yes. Very, very simple stuff, guys. You can't really go wrong. Just save it and you're good. Okay, now for my favorite part, the FTP file access. FTP's file access is pretty interesting. I've probably said that like 4 times now, but whatever. Because you can access it with Multicraft itself, but if you punch in your information, such as your host, your port, your FTP username, and your password, so I think you can get into mine, guys. Sorry, but no dice. Plugged it into an FTP program, such as my favorite is FileZilla. You can do huge uploads. Currently, you're restricted to uploads that take less than 30 seconds. So if you go on FTP, you can upload anything you want, and it's really, really easy. I'll make another video for that. Okay, sorry with my password, but This is your FTP access folder when you log in via Multicraft. You have your worlds, you have your builds, you have your backups. Pretty much, you have every single thing you need right here. This is all of your information. This is how you access this. This is how you get to your world, your plugins, everything. Okay. Okay. For an example, I'm gonna go to plugins. Here's all my plugin file folders with their information in it and their jars. And let's say I wanted to upload something. You can do this with pretty much anything on Multicraft. You could upload, and if it's a single file, so it's a jar, you're going to choose the left side, and if it's something packed as a raw, you're going to use the right side. Simple as that. You can create directories, you can upload files, move, delete, and rename. I mean, there's not much to Multicraft other than what I've already told you, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video, guys. But thanks for watching. I'll make a FileZilla guide here soon. Thanks.